or relishes the idea of laying anybody off. This board did that for financial reasons. Everybody's ignoring the fact that we did that to save over $700,000 in costs that would have had to have been offset with property tax increase. The board felt that it was more important to soften the blow on the taxpayer than it was to soften the blow on the employees. That's business reality. It's not fun, it's not enjoyable, and nobody likes it, but it's reality. Now, we've gotten through part of this meeting that has now taken this board 7 months to get to. And we only lack a little ways to go. I hope we can see the end of it before it's over.
And the 7 months was due to numbers changing every time we got a set of numbers also.
Because the board changed its mind.
I'm talking right now, I have the floor. I said it was due to attrition. We didn't even talk about that again.
Talk about what again?
Attrition.
Attrition. We've been talking about attrition since I've been here. The problem is attrition will not solve your problem. It could not solve this financial problem. I am so doggone sick of listening to unrealistic comments from anybody, public or board. You all know better than I do how bad the financial situation was here. Now everybody wants to throw up their hands and act like they're surprised. It's no surprise. What's surprised about anything? We've talked about attrition. We have brought this board about 3 or 4 different plans which had any number of employees eliminated, and this board didn't like them. So we finally come back with this plan, which affects the least number of employees, 13, not 19, 19 positions, not 13 employees. That's the least damage we could do under the circumstances. Now, we've spent 7 months, folks, having a hard time dealing with reality. Now, I feel for you all, because you didn't create the problem, most of it. You're having to deal with it, and it's unfortunate, and it's unpleasant. And I agree with Mr. Hawkins, nobody likes it. I don't like the budget either. But it's the best we can do with what we got. Now, we can continue to belabor this situation for another month or 2. And the long and short of it is the financial position won't get any better. It won't be any easier to lay people off than it is now or has been before. So what are we going to change? You know, I would like to see this board get to the point where it can use its combined talents to solve problems that are before it that you haven't even been able to consider because all of your time has been consumed with this budget. We've got numerous. Do you think Sam has been working on a whole lot more than just comparison to cities, which is important. He's also been working on numerous policy changes that need to be made. Mr. Perkins has said over and over again there are numerous ordinances that need to be changed and improved and updated. When are we going to get to doing the business of this city, or are we going to spend our whole time, the rest of this year, on this budget? How best to spend your time?
Let's motion on.
I will make a motion.
No, we have a compensation policy as amended is on the floor.
Yeah.
Correct?
I'll report this one.
I kind of want to go back to what Hank said.
I'd say
All about you.
Coach Hawkins was trying to make a motion.
I'll let Mr. Ford go, Chris. The only thing that I don't like, I've never liked it from the beginning, is regardless of the money, I just don't think I can honestly say that I treat people that way. There's a couple things I want to do. We gave the 3% back, and that's the right thing to do. I don't want to take any percent from our department heads for the reasons that Sam's already said. I think attrition and the cost to retrain employees and just their loyalty and the commitment that they've given speaks volumes. I don't think Danny Turpin ought to lose his job. I think it sets the wrong message for him, for every city employee that gives their blood, sweat, and tears to this city over the lifelong. And I'm saying all these by saying, even if we have to keep dipping to the fund balance, then so be it. I think what Sam's working on is there's a human element that we're missing. Layoffs are not easy, but especially they're really wrong when it's the wrong people getting laid off.
It's the wrong people getting
And I have a deep concern for that. I've been in this city 13 years, which is nothing compared to a lot of you folks sitting out there, and I can't rightfully say that this is the way to treat somebody. I wouldn't treat my employees that way. I don't run my business that way. I don't treat my employees that way. And I just feel like, I'll tell you, never in my life would I allow someone who works for me to talk that way to me. Never. And I'll say this to this board. He'll do whatever we tell him he's going to do.
Amen.
Period. It's our decision. He's done the job he thinks he's need to do. It's our job to vote and tell him what he's going to do. And that's kind
Amen.
of where we are.
What's the motion on the table?
The budget compensation policy as amended.
Daniel.